Welcome to iLectureOnline. In the previous video, we learned how to calculate the mean and the standard deviation of the population. What we're going to do in this video is calculate the mean and the standard deviation of the sample means. And then we're going to correlate or compare the standard deviation of the population to the standard deviation of the sample means. And let's see what we get. So here we have a sample of the population. Notice that the values were 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And now we're going to take a sample size of 2. We're going to take a number of samples, but the sample size of 2. So the possible average values are going to be from 0 to 8, depending upon which two values we picked out of our population. Notice that we have a column here that represents the probability that we'll get this as the mean or the average of a sample. Then we multiply the mean of the sample with the probability of getting that mean of the sample, and then we're going to multiply the mean squared times the probability that we'll get that particular number for the sample or for the sample mean. Now when we add all these up, of course we don't need to add up these, but when we add up all the probabilities, they better add up to 1 or 100%. We then add up all the products of the mean and the probability to get that mean, and that adds up to 4. And then we multiply the product, or we multiply the square of the mean with the probability of getting that mean. We get these values. When we add them all up, we get 20. Now remember, the sample size was 2. And also we realized that the relationship between the standard deviation of the population and the standard deviation of the sample means can be had with this equation right here. We need to multiply the standard deviation we calculate here with the square root of the sample size to get the standard deviation of the population. And if you also remember that the means of the population should equal the mean of the sample means. All right, so how do we calculate the sample means? Well, that's simply the sum of all the products of the means with the probability to get that means. With other words, these are all the products right here. When we add them all up, we get 4. So that ends up being also the sample means. The sample means or the sample mean. How about that? Sample mean, that sounds better. And notice that that has to be equal to the mean of the population, which ended up being the same because in the previous video we got the mean of the population to be 4, and the mean of the sample means is equal to 4 as well. They should be equal to each other. Now next, we're going to find the standard deviation of the sample means. And to do that, we have the same equation as before. For the population, we take the sum of all the products squared of the sample means and the probability to get the sample, which is this column right here. We add them all up, we get 20. We subtract from that the product of the sample means and the probability of getting that sample means, and we sum them all up, and that would be this column right here. Sorry, one more column. This column right here, which is 4, and we need to square that, so we get minus 4 squared. So this becomes equal to the square root of 20 minus 16, which is equal to the square root of 4, which is equal to 2, which means that the standard deviation of the sample means is equal to 2, while the standard deviation of the population was equal to 2.828. But now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and multiply the standard deviation of the sample means by the square root of the sample size, and that should give us also the standard deviation of the population. So the standard deviation of the population is equal to the square root of n, square root of sample size, times the standard deviation of the sample means. So this is equal to the square root of the sample size times the standard deviation of the sample means. And of course, well, I can go ahead and get a calculator to calculate that, but I think I already know what the answer should be. So take the square root of 2 times 2, and sure enough, this is equal to 2.828, which of course is the same value that we got on the previous video when we calculated the standard deviation of the population. So that's again to show you the relationship between the standard deviation of the sample means and the standard deviation of the population. And that is how it's done.